Paper time, and today it's a special on clubs who are not playing football, and not in the West Ham at Chelsea sense either, no. These are two teams in real trouble, unfortunately. The one is Racing Club de Santander, the other is Nocerina in Italy. Racing first, 101 years old, 6th in the Spanish Liga as recently as 2008, but now making the headlines by refusing to play in their Copa del Rey quarter-final because the players haven't been paid in months. Yep, things are so bad that some of the squad have been evicted. A marker indeed here with a picture of the reserve team goalkeeper who's having to sleep on a sofa at the training ground. Yep, AVB style, because he's got no more money left for rent. And because the team are in the 3rd division now, technically outside the pros in Spain, they can't walk out on their contracts apparently. Well, Harry and co are shameless is Marker's headline. Yeah, an account with Santander featuring Harry. Not the one you're thinking of, though, or his dog. This Harry is Angel Lavin, the club's chairman and friend of the former majority shareholder of Santander, Ali Syed, an Indian tycoon so disastrous even Blackburn Rovers wouldn't have him as an owner, and he did try to buy him. Syed took over Santander in 2011, promptly fired 3 managers in his first year, disappeared into bankruptcy, while the team plummeted to 2 straight relegations. But Harry Lavin, having first made himself the first ever chairman of the club to draw a salary, is still in place, and thus the players have had enough. Now, remarkably, as I mentioned, amidst all of this, they'd still managed to put together a cup run in the Copa del Rey, but as of Thursday afternoon, they were refusing to play their quarter-final tie with Real Sociedad unless Lavin and the board stand down. Now, if they fail to take the field, the club will be fined, which is, of course, all they need. Well, El País talk of 3.5 years of torment and no end in sight. But aside from that and the goalie's sofa bed, it's remarkable how little space the likes of As and Marker have found for the club's plight alongside all their daily Real Madrid and Barcelona bickering. Anyway, while Racing go plunging headlong towards disaster, it's off we go to Italy for our other side, not likely to be doing much football soon. Nocerina, where, as we read in Gazzetta dello Sport, football is shut, as the Gazzetta explains. Yep, tiny hilltop town of Nocerina, south of Naples. Views of Vesuvius one way, of the Amalfi Coast the other, whose 3rd division side, Nocerina, hit the headlines, you may recall, back in November. They had a local derby with Salerno, their first in 28 years, and their fans, angry that their reputation as troublemakers had led to a ban on them attending the match, took the in no way contradictory measure of descending on the training ground and threatening their team not to play. Well, come kick-off, the manager duly made all 3 substitutions in the first 2 minutes, and then 5 more Nocerina players promptly fell over, feigning injury. The referee had no choice but to suspend the game, and while the supporters celebrated, the rest of Italy was appalled. Now, 2.5 months later, comes the punishment. Boom! The 5 injured players have each been banned from football for a year, and the club have been thrown out of the division altogether into non-league football. Yep, taken down a Nocerina in a very real sense. Says the editorial in La Gazzetta, it's a painful decision but a necessary one. Let us hope the appeals court show no mercy, and let us hope that next time players show a little more courage. That's not a view shared though in Nocerina itself. There they seem to be anything but remorseful. Ask the manager in Il Mattino's report, where's the rule breaking? It's not like we sold the match. The paper also describes the players as in tears, asking, we are the victims, where's the justice? As for the fans, well, there's a terrifically atmospheric piece in La Repubblica which has them angrier than ever. They have murdered our history, they say. This is anti-Southern prejudice. Well, says La Repubblica, with or without the club, don't expect anything to change soon. As you walk to the stadium in Nocerina, says their piece, you pass over the remains of a Roman amphitheatre enlarged in 59 AD after furious clashes in Pompeii between locals and Nocerini, clashes mentioned by Tacitus in his histories. Play up Pompeii and all that, probably sparked by a local with tattoos ringing the bell. Anyway, says the paper, after the battles, Emperor Nero decided to close Pompeii's theatre for 10 years in punishment, a 10-year stadium ban, and enlarge Nocerina's, which became the biggest in the region. And to this day, the townsfolk cite those events as evidence of their local supremacy. Plus ça change then. Although, of course, now it's they and not the Pompeians who got themselves all in a lava. Ooh. Well, 28 years they were waiting for that derby with Salerno. The court's decision stands. Could well be another 28 years before they finally get to play it. But that's where we come to the end of this week's paper review. We'll be back next Friday with another selection of continental mischief and cake. Do join us then.